The news now in details. The NPP has indicated it may seek a review of the judgments delivered by the Supreme Court, dismissing a petition filed by the party's 2012 presidential candidates and two others challenging results of the polls. General Secretary of the party, Kwejo Usuefriye, disclosed this on Adom TV Monday that the petitioners would hold consultations with the National Executive Council for a possible review. And joining me on the phone line is Dr. Agridako. He is a political scientist. Good afternoon, Dr. Agridako.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Now, Doc, first of all, should the NPP seek a review? What would be the implications?
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. That is the preserve of the political party to determine whether indeed they want to seek a review or not. But you see, in decision making, the quality of the information available to you is critical to the quality of the decisions that you take. I strongly believe that Nana's concession was very much informed by the verdict, as I know, which was issued at the time, and the numbers, especially when you look at the 6-3 in favor of the respondent. So it looks as if that because that now the Supreme Court itself indicated that there was a mistake, and that mistake has been corrected, the dynamics have changed. Okay, and that is why the party feels that even if you seek a review and two people or two justices are added, and perhaps they if you have two people who have positive inclination towards perhaps your case, then it's likely that the decision could be reversed. But at the time that Nanado took that decision, it was in the right direction. I said that it was a good decision that he had taken based on information that was available to him. I believe some have contended that consultations were not made and so on. I believe it's not everybody who could have been consulted. I strongly believe some key actors may have been consulted at the time. It's very difficult to have that unanimity, when you have decisions like that. But when some key actors indeed are in favor of a particular, option, you go for it. If they decide to seek review, what it means is that that will be within their rights, and I believe that we will have to leave that to the NEC to decide whether they want to seek a review or not. It is also important that you want to find out maybe the judicial philosophy, if any, of the justices who are left. And then you want to find out whether indeed a review perhaps will tilt in your favor and so on. If you look at proper analysis and you think that a review would not be in your favor, I think it would not inure to the benefit. It would do a further damage, if you like, to the image of the party if they go down that line. But it all depends on what INEC will do, and I believe strongly that a lot of considerations will go into it, a lot of mathematics will go into it, looking at the backgrounds of these justices, looking at because if you have 5-4, 5-4, 5-4, it's quite close, very, very close. And so one would have thought that if this decision perhaps was available, or this information was available to Nana, maybe Nana would have done much more widespread consultations before maybe conceding. But at the time that he did, I thought that the information available to him, the decision was right.
Now, Dr. Agridako, I know you've touched on this, but can a review be sought even though Nanado has accepted the court's verdict? And does this also suggest that there is some sort of political division, considering the fact that Nana has already accepted the court verdict and other personalities in the party are saying, no, we should rather go for a review?
I don't think that because Nana has conceded, well, now it means the party has literally, waived, its right to really seek a review. I don't think so. Even though I thought that at the time that he did a very good job by calming down nerves, reducing the political tension that we were experiencing at the time, and added some serious premium to our democracy, both within and without. And so, if I believe that the NEC will meet, and NEC must actually decide as whether they want to seek a review or not. And if they so decide, it will will be the prerogative to decide. If they decide not to seek a review, all the better. I believe that going forward as a people, I think by and large, what we have witnessed, as a political party which is also prepared to use the rule of law, and that's significant. Even when they disagree, that's significant. Parties themselves are increasingly exhibiting internal parties themselves. That is also significant. And we have to wait and see and pray that the parties will take the decisions that perhaps will be in the best interest of both the party and then the nation. And then we can build an enduring democracy for all of us going forward. Yes.
Now, before you go, as a political scientist, do you think a review would rather strengthen Ghana's democracy, or it's just like a waste of time?
Well, it is difficult for one to say, because we are now operating in a realms of conjecture. We don't really know what NEC perhaps will do. But I, as a political scientist, I want to see that whatever decisions are made will be in the best interest of both the party and then perhaps the nation. If they decide to review and it's within their democratic right, why not? Because democracy, also one of the key things that we need to think about is the rights of the individuals, rights of the parties, especially if they decide to activate, democratic procedures that are available to them. So it's a procedural matter, and if procedures are as strictly and religiously adhered to, and they will kneel to the benefit of the broad masses of our people, I will go for it. But as I said, any decision that will be made must be made in the long interest of the party, the goodwill that you have within the political system. What are the prospects that you are going to win? That's critical. Is it worth the effort? That's critical. Is it worth the what we call the risk? Those things must inform a decision as to whether to seek a review or not. Because if you seek a review and you are not successful, it is likely to further undermine the stature and perhaps the integrity of the political party. And then, because don't forget that you are going back to the people in 3 years' time to also go and ask for their mandate and so on. And so if the people think that you have provided unnecessary disruptions in the political system, it is likely to have some backlash, and that will be detrimental to the growth and development of the political party itself. But if you have very fair chance and good chance of winning, why not? You take the risk. Because, when you are taking a decision, you have two risks. You have risk of failure and risk of success. And sometimes if you allow the risk of failure to cow you into submission, you will not take any major step. Fundamental, yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. Agridako.